Hey, what is going on, SMT Nation? It's your boy, the SMT. I've got tons of news for you today. There's a lot going on in wireless. I'm going to try to get through it all in under 10 minutes. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Hang around. Make sure you catch all these stories, and you'll get your wireless fix for the day. So the first item is actually coming out of AT&T, the big blue carrier. Word through the grapevine is AT&T is actually quite aggressively addressing their 3G-only network access customers. What they're doing is they are proactively approaching them with special offers in the goal to kind of push them off the 3G legacy devices and the 3G legacy network access and onto 5G and LTE devices. So this is probably going to affect somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 million devices. This is no small task. The sooner they're getting their customers to switch, obviously the better for AT&T. They're going to try to offer some really aggressive deals and promotions, including iPhones and other devices that are more future-proof. And these moves could accelerate the early 2022 goal of getting that 3G shutdown on all of their network components. So AT&T will begin this promotional onslaught this quarter. It will likely probably approach it more aggressively as time progresses. And they'll be looking to sweeten the pot for all those legacy tech customers through 2021. The shutdown itself for the 3G network, they're probably looking to do this as soon as possible so they can refarm and repurpose everything for LTE and 5G mostly. You think about all the different devices that could be potentially running 3G only. I guess there's a lot of automobiles that are connected by 3G that run through that access. A lot of those autos probably sold in the last 5 years or so are pretty much all on LTE, maybe going back about 6 years. So I'm not sure how many, connected cars out there are running 3G only, but there's probably some security systems. I know there's some vending devices as well as some point of sales devices still running 3G only. A lot of them probably running 2013 or older with that 3G connectivity mode. I know that, they did a pretty good job with the 2G shutdown back in 2017. With the exception of that case with the San Francisco Municipal Transportation System, where they weren't ready for the transition and they had a huge issue with buses and trains. I remember that was a problem. Anyways, to kind of give you perspective, Verizon is shutting down their 3G completely down by the end of this year. And I think T-Mobile's the only company that hasn't given us a very specific date. They were quoted as saying, at some point in the next several years. So I know that CDMA for Sprint is getting shut down at the end of this year. So they'll do that, and then probably the next phase will be 3G and 2G. So we'll see what happens there. But that's a story that we're actually following quite closely. Now for this next piece of news, this one is actually coming out of AT&T as well. This one a little bit more of the business-oriented side of things. CNN is on the chopping block based on rumor and speculation, but there are some pretty solid sources on this story. This could command double-digit billions if the sale is successful. Figures are being thrown around. I've heard over 10 billion. So we know that AT&T is trying to trim and shave debt. This could be something for them to take a look at. Not sure if this pans out well for AT&T or if this is really the case, or how legit this story really is. But Jeff Bezos of Amazon is viewed as a legitimate buyer here. There are some other individuals or companies that are interested in buying, from what I understand, but there is some antitrust concerns. Not just anyone can purchase, a programming entity like CNN. So I know that Charles Gasparino has reported on this. Some other Fox entities have, not to make this a political thing, but they're the ones who seem to be reporting. And honestly, Charles Gasparino has been pretty spot on things, especially with mergers and business operations in the past. So I'll continue to monitor that. I will follow up on this, and I'll get you news when it does become available, if this story does grow legs and it actually does have some credence to it. Transitioning over to this next story, this one out of Verizon, a new study from Signals Research Group, a 5G testing industry-based firm, is showing that Verizon millimeter wave 5G ultra-wideband services are really performing very well. Location tested here, Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is one of the, I think, original 2 locations where they launched the ultra-wideband services. It was this one as well as Chicago. Anyways, they have cited some really phenomenal and tremendous growth of the technology and its effectiveness. So they are citing 1 kilometer connectivity distance, 400 megahertz channel bandwidth, speeds between 1 to 2 gigabits per second. Both line of sight and non-line of sight scenarios were tested, and they were citing that the connection is indeed a game changer. So this is probably the best home internet option for a lot of people if it becomes available, but it's also the most limited, so it's not always going to be there for everyone. It needs an extremely dense node deployment. Obviously, it needs a huge cellular grid. It's very time-consuming to build out this type of a network, but the study does show that there is huge promise and potential, because what you're getting is you're getting fiber-like performance out of a wireless connection, so you don't need the same infrastructure investment or intrusive type of installment. So I've always said to people, if this becomes available in your area, this might be the best option, all things considered. It's definitely not perfect and it has its limitations, but my goodness, for $50 to $70 per month to get multiple gig speed, it's absolutely tremendous. And, when I look at Verizon's future with millimeter wave and ultra wideband, now it's really starting to come together why they are so heavily invested in this. The new revenue streams will be pushing towards this ultra wideband network access. And it's really encouraging to see how fast the technology as a whole has improved. A lot of the limitations are being addressed, and it should only get better in the future. Very excited about this technology. Very excited about these services coming from Verizon. This last story also coming out of Verizon, but including Apple. Verizon will be hosting an event, a virtual event, obviously, during this pandemic times. They will be targeting Verizon Wireless Business and Apple Enterprise customers. The focus here will be the iPhone 12 and 5G Enterprise customers of business. This event is being held virtually Thursday, November 19th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Verizon CEO of Business, Tammy Irwin, and Apple Vice President of Markets, Apps and Services, Susan Prescott, will hold this venue. Special offers for Enterprise on the iPhone 12 lineup, and new Verizon Enterprise 5G options with Verizon Wireless. I think what they're going to do here is they're going to focus on showcasing how business customers can leverage Verizon Wireless's 5G ultra wideband connectivity to power innovative solutions for industries that are new in terms of wireless applications. So we're talking about manufacturing, field service, healthcare services, and healthcare. Apps that can take advantage of the speed, capacity, and the ultra-low latency of Verizon's 5G ultra wideband. This is a big-time item for Verizon. This is the end game for, I think, the Verizon Wireless and an Apple relationship. I think, with this Apple deal and what we saw with the last Apple event with the iPhone 12, this is a totally new revenue stream. This is something that no other wireless company has had up to this point. 5G innovation, market share, mind share, it's leading all to Verizon with this Apple partnership. And with 5G solutions for enterprise extended to customers, this is obviously going to be something huge for Verizon. And the last little bit of news here, this is for Hulu Live customers out there, bad news for you. Price bump is on the way. So Disney Plus, Hulu Live, and ESPN bundle. That bundle is currently $61.99. It will be seeing a $10 price increase. I actually got this email. Here's the screenshot from it. The price change will occur in your December bill if your bill falls on the 18th of the month or soon thereafter. Obviously, this decreases the value proposition, but still, you get a lot with this bundle. Might be something to consider. I just thought I'd throw this out there as a bonus. It might affect you. Consider moving forward with this new price, or maybe shopping around for a different TV option. Anyways, let me know what you think of all these news. Drop me a line in the comment section below. The voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.
Thank you for taking this opportunity to watch the SMT YouTube channel. If you appreciated this video, give it a like and a share to all your favorite social media platforms. Thank you in advance for that. Also, check out some of the links in the description box. We have the SMT Patreon page. We also have the Twitter handle @SneedTech. And do check out the audio-only podcast available on all the major podcast platforms. And if you are new and have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and activate the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.